In 2021, cryptocurrencies dominated the headlines. Bitcoin hit all-time highs, Ethereum exploded in popularity, and every new altcoin seemed like a golden ticket to financial freedom. Then came the crash. Billions were wiped out, trust was shaken, and the crypto space was flooded with fear, uncertainty, and doubt. Fast forward to 2025, and the question on everyone's mind is crypto making a comeback? And more importantly, should you invest before it's too late, or stay far away from the volatility that burned so many investors before? Let's start by facing the truth. Cryptocurrency has always been a high-risk, high-reward game. It thrives in hype cycles, massive surges followed by brutal corrections. But what we're seeing now in 2025 is different. It's not just retail investors jumping back in. Institutions, governments, and even tech giants are once again positioning themselves for what could be the next massive wave. If you've been sitting on the sidelines wondering whether it's time to dip your toes into crypto again, you're not alone. Millions of people are asking the same question, and they're all looking for clarity in a sea of conflicting information. One of the biggest indicators that crypto is making a comeback is the renewed institutional interest. In the past year, major financial firms like BlackRock, Fidelity, and even JP Morgan have doubled down on digital assets. They're not just investing, they're building infrastructure. Bitcoin ETFs are becoming more accessible. Ethereum is now integrated into several payment platforms. Even governments are launching digital versions of their currencies, known as CBDCs, which are indirectly validating blockchain technology. These moves aren't being made because crypto is a trend. They're being made because the technology behind it has proven its resilience. Then there's the technology itself. The blockchain ecosystem has matured. It's no longer just about coins and tokens. We're talking about real-world use cases, decentralized finance platforms that offer banking services without the banks, smart contracts that execute automatically, and tokenized assets that can represent anything from real estate to stocks. This evolution has made crypto more than just a speculative asset. It's becoming a legitimate infrastructure layer for the digital economy. If you're planning to invest in 2025, you need to understand that the landscape has changed. The coins that dominated headlines 3 years ago may not be the ones leading the charge now. But before you throw your money into the next hyped-up altcoin, here's what you need to know. First, volatility is still a core feature of crypto. Don't be fooled by the recent gains. These assets can still drop 20%, 30%, or even 50% in a matter of weeks. If you can't stomach wild price swings, crypto might not be right for you. This isn't traditional investing. This is a space where fortunes are made and lost in real time. The key is to treat it with the respect it deserves. Never invest money you can't afford to lose. Approach it with the same discipline you would apply to any other investment class. Second, security is everything. In 2025, scams and hacks are still rampant. The technology may have matured, but bad actors haven't disappeared. Rug pulls, phishing attacks, and wallet hacks are still part of the reality. If you're going to enter this space, you must prioritize education, learn how to use cold wallets, understand the difference between custodial and non-custodial platforms, be cautious with unknown tokens, and always verify sources before making a transaction. In crypto, being careless can be more expensive than not investing at all. Third, timing matters, but not in the way you think. Most people lose money in crypto not because they invested, but because they tried to time the market. They bought when it was hot, sold when it crashed, and repeated the cycle until they were broke and frustrated. If you believe in the long-term potential of blockchain, then the best strategy isn't trading, it's holding. Dollar-cost averaging into strong, well-researched projects can protect you from the emotional roller coaster that ruins most retail investors. Crypto isn't a get-rich-quick scheme. It's a volatile, long-term opportunity that rewards patience and resilience. Now, let's talk about regulation. In 2025, regulation is no longer a distant possibility. It's happening now. And while that may scare some investors, it's actually one of the best signs that crypto is maturing. The Wild West era is ending, and that's a good thing. Clear regulations will weed out scams, create consumer protections, and allow more traditional investors to enter the space safely. We're already seeing countries implement crypto-friendly frameworks, allowing exchanges to register legally and operate transparently. This kind of clarity invites stability, and with stability comes growth. If you're waiting for the perfect time to invest, regulation might just be the green light you've been waiting for. But what about the tokens themselves? In 2025, Bitcoin and Ethereum still dominate, but the rise of utility tokens is undeniable. We're seeing massive growth in projects that focus on real-world use, decentralized identity, cross-border payments, supply chain logistics, and even decentralized gaming. The metaverse, which had cooled off in recent years, is beginning to merge with Web3 infrastructure in new and meaningful ways. You need to look beyond hype and focus on what solves real problems. That's where the next wave of value will be generated. Investing in crypto isn't just about picking a coin. It's about betting on a future infrastructure. We can't ignore the impact of AI either. Artificial intelligence and blockchain are forming a new digital alliance. In 2025, many of the most promising projects are integrating AI for smarter contract execution, data prediction, and security enhancements. This convergence of technologies could redefine how we think about decentralization and automation. It's no longer just about decentralizing currency, it's about decentralizing intelligence. If you're investing now, you need to pay close attention to how AI and blockchain are working together to create the systems of the future. Still, nothing comes without risk. The macroeconomic environment is unpredictable. Inflation, interest rates, global tensions, all of these factors influence crypto markets. One negative headline can trigger a sell-off, even if the fundamentals remain strong. That's why risk management is key. Diversify your holdings. Don't put all your funds into one token, no matter how promising it looks. Spread across sectors, store of value coins like Bitcoin, smart contract platforms like Ethereum, and promising altcoins with real utility. Balance your portfolio with the understanding that some will win and some will crash. The goal is not to get every call right. The goal is to stay in the game long enough to benefit from the big trends. Another overlooked aspect is community. Crypto isn't just tech, it's people. Projects with strong, active, and transparent communities tend to weather storms better than those that rely solely on hype. Look for developers who are public and committed. Join forums, follow updates. Transparency and accountability are often better indicators of long-term success than price charts. When the next crash comes, and it will, your best bet is a project backed by people who believe in the mission, not just the profit. So what should you do now, in mid-2025, if you're serious about investing in crypto? First, do your homework. Don't follow influencers who promote pump-and-dump schemes. Read white papers, understand the technology. Listen to the developers and the real analysts, not just social media hype. Second, start small. You don't need to throw thousands into a coin to get started. Build your position over time. Learn the ropes. The more you engage with the ecosystem, the more confident and informed you become. Third, stay updated. This space moves fast. What's relevant today could be obsolete in 6 months. Set up news alerts, watch trusted channels, be proactive in staying informed. There's no denying that crypto in 2025 is on the verge of a new chapter. The question is, will you be ready for it? Will you be the person who looked back 2 years from now and said, "I saw it coming, and I took action," or the one who hesitated until it was too late? The choice is yours. The risks are real, but so is the potential. For those who move wisely, think long-term, and stay informed, the crypto comeback of 2025 could be the opportunity of a lifetime. Whatever you decide, don't be driven by fear or hype. Be driven by facts, strategy, and a clear understanding of your financial goals. Crypto won't make you rich overnight, but it could be one of the most powerful tools in your investment toolbox if used correctly. The comeback is real. The signs are everywhere. Now it's up to you to decide, are you getting in before the next wave or watching it pass you by?